Yo, what? Hold on a second. It's crazy. You do this for. Dude, you know what? I'll just freak course for a bit. How about that? More play. Dude, you know what I'm gonna do? I can. This is gonna be very valuable to get my battle pass. What I'm gonna do? You need to check out something. Got a few people in here. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. The live stream with 343 is gonna begin at 1 p.m. It's 12 p.m. So I'm gonna probably play for the first hour and then transition to watching the broadcast. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my controller. Yo, what's up, Darth? I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second. All right. Oh, can't read it. Appreciate. Let me see here. I don't stream on YouTube much. I'm gonna be starting the. I think it's gonna make more sense to do so. Thank you guys for the subscriptions. Thank y'all so much. Good. Oh yeah. Dude. Am I getting spammed here? What's going on? There ain't no way I got 5 people in a row. It's loving. But if you're legit, I appreciate it. Music by night. If you're real, thank you. I need to do a little quick. Okay. Play. I'm gonna do that a little small little. Lawrence, dude, there you know. Yo, what's up, Instigator? What's up is I don't know. Apparently, I'm getting spammed right now, or these are apparently legit subscriptions. I've gotten like 10 back to back, so that just something seems up. But if you're real, appreciate that. And yeah, I haven't streamed on YouTube in a minute, and the interface is interesting. I like parts of it, but then I can barely see the display window for when something pops up like that. So I have to have my OBS up, and then that. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. But yeah, I started the stream a little early, so the 343 live stream is gonna be at 1, so I'm gonna be playing probably for a little bit just to kill some time. I could forge, but I'm not like I'm at a weird spot right now where I need to figure out some layout changes for my snow biome area before, and I was gonna do that today, but things got pushed back, so just switch my account, but I do not see the spams on this end. Okay. Thanks, man. Yeah, that was I'll show you if you're here later, I'm gonna pop back into Forge later. But that was a prefab by Zach or Z Swell. And yeah, I'm planning to use that for my snow biome, and I'm gonna connect it to 2 different sections. It's gonna be really cool. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm just gonna play a little ranked, try and get my challenges so I can unlock my stuff. I'm only at 13 right now because I haven't been forging so much. I haven't had time to play. But no, I definitely want to try to start streaming on YouTube more. The main thing with YouTube is, you know, having to make a thumbnail. So I just need to get better at doing that quickly. And then, you know, I like to listen to whatever music I want to listen to. And with YouTube, you know, there's copyright issues. With Twitch, I can filter that out in the VOD, but I don't think there's a way to do it on YouTube. So that's another reason why I've kind of shied away from streaming here. However, I kind of want to, for this year, I kind of want to focus more on YouTube, or at least Twitch and YouTube versus Twitch and Kick. So
Extraction.
You missed it when you tuned in. I was in the ship. Oh, are you talking about the bridge? Yeah, damn. Maybe if y'all are gonna be around later, I can show y'all, or if you think, well, that's gonna be a while from now, because I'm trying to think this. So, oh my god, my controller's not connected. What I'll do is I'll play a little bit, and then before the live stream, I'll hop back into Forge. I can show around.
Site extracted.
Got it, got it, got it. Yeah, man, he's got some awesome prefab. Dude, I just spawned. Holy.
Active camo available.
Dude, did that guy?
Extraction complete. Site incoming. Site ready.
Readying the extraction device.
Site extracting.
Oh my god, bro, I'm dead. Actually, YouTube, I can go back to any point. Oh yeah, that's right. So you can go back and look at it real quick.
Device converted.
Forgot about that feature. Crap, man. What the? Dude, I did not hear that guy.
Confirmed. The enemy is weak to bullets. Active camo available. An ally is converting the extraction device.
What the?
Double kill.
They were saying back A. I was looking back A.
Site
And
ready.
then all of a sudden they were coming from cafe. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what it comes from. I think it was meant for like Combat Evolved, like Assault in the Control Room, or what's the other one? There was like 2 missions. One where you go one way, one where you come back the other way.
In a hail of gunfire. Make it yours.
Device converted.
2 Betrayals, I think, was the other one. Oh my god, why am I playing like this? Yeah, 2 Betrayals. It's so crazy. I'm like the absolute. That's when it comes to. Damn it. I'm super OCD about dates and times, and somehow I got this one off, but it's all good because now I got an excuse to play.
Active camo inbound.
Dude, I'm literally playing complete ass. This is ridiculous. Once again, like, this is crazy. Obviously, I'm not doing great on kills. How do I have the highest scoreboard?
Extraction complete. Site incoming.
I'm the only one playing OBJ, I guess.
Deploying extraction device.
Dude, why did I switch? Oh my god. How freaking ridiculous.
Site extracting.
This is ridiculous.
Extraction complete.
Yay.
Defeat.
here. Also need to remember to enable my desktop audio whenever transitioning back. Okay, let's test one thing. Works. If you're still here, Instigator, how you doing, man? I haven't heard from you in a minute. How's life been? New Year's and all.
Slayer.
Player? Alright, let's see if I can do a little better.
Kill everything
Terrible
that
start.
moves. If it continues to move, kill it harder.
Closing in.
Oh, god dang it. Dude, their whole team's there. Holy. How'd the extraction game go? I was cleaning out the dishwasher, so I missed that. Dude, it was terrible. I was playing totally bad, and not only that, I was at the top of the leaderboard, but only not because of my kills, because I was the only one playing objective, I guess. But I only got like 4 or 5 kills. It was really rough.
Another one down.
Double kill.
Thrusters obtained.
Gained the lead.
Overshield inbound. Overshield available.
Soloku up to Onyx 1538. Just want to say all those people don't play or focus on objective. Just want to say, yeah, man. I wanna have an opportunity to play some more, but I gotta get thinking. So right now, I think I already told you, but basically I'm just playing because I started the stream early and didn't really realize it, so I'm not really ready to forge at this exact moment because I have to plan some stuff out first. So I figured let me play, but other than that, I haven't played much at all lately. Once I get the BR out though, I want to get back to Onyx one season. I don't play enough currently to get there.
Confirmed. The enemy is weak to bullets.
Dude, I'm like doing nothing but cleaning up kills. What the? That's the second time I've gone to freaking Yellow Fridge and there's 3 dudes just staring right at me. I thought their stream was supposed to start in 30 minutes ago. Yeah, dude, I don't know why. It says I mean, I'm really good at like not messing times up like that, time zones, but for whatever reason.
Overshield inbound. Overshield available.
Like it's 11 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, which is like, okay, that's 1 p.m. Central, but I don't know. I thought it was 12.
In my sights.
Didn't even. Okay, oh. All good. It's all good. Stream set on YouTube. 12 p.m. for me. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
Halfway to victory.
Dang it! There we go.
In a hail of gunfire.
The lead.
Confirmed. The enemy is weak to bullets. There's more where that came from. inbound.
So I better just hold out for that OS they're gonna get.
Spotted an overshield.
Gained the lead.
Overshield available.
Nice. Good team shots.
Pop their shields.
Closing in.
Plasma grenades acquired. Lead allergy confirmed.
Tangles closing in. Killing spree. 5 minutes remaining.
Close.
Suck.
Victory.
Oh. Yo, PTSD machine. What's going on, man? Oh no, they're gonna get OS for free,
Available.
and it's dead.
Shield pop.
Oh, dude, watchale. That didn't work.
Down in a hail of hard light.
Yeah, playing some ranked right now. I started my stream early, so figured I'd play a little ranked for a bit, and then we're gonna be watching the stream live at 1 Central. That is
Gained the lead.
the Halo community stream. Oh my god! Watch it! Oh. Oh, dude, we lost. I should have been paying more attention to the score. Ah. Yeah, man, it was close. I was doing okay, but honestly, not as good as it would seem because, dude, I'll go back. Honestly, I kind of want to go count it. How many of those kills were people one shot? Because I swear it was like half my kills. I was just cleaning up for my team. But hey, a kill's a kill. Yeah, accuracy wasn't too great. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your message. What time is it for you? Yeah. However long their stream runs, I'm planning to watch the whole thing. It'll probably be between 1 to 2 hours, but I probably don't expect it to run for 2 hours. Probably 90 minutes from that time. I can't remember what their past ones have been like, but I do know that they were at least an hour. Some of them I feel like were 90 minutes or 2 hours, who knows. That's just how it goes. Your game you clean, one game that you clean up, the rest you're not. Yeah, for real. Especially with how ranked is with this game right now. It's just kind of, from what I've played and what I've been seeing on Twitter, it's kind of just a mixed bag. You're getting people. Sometimes you get against 4 stacks. Sometimes it's just random people, and every game was weird.
Capture the flag.
Playing in the evening is tougher when you play more 3 and 4 stacks that tend to be really coordinated. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't try out ring snipers. I really should have, but it's too late now in the season. Well, I guess they just technically loaded it, yeah. Loaded it into the rotation last week or something.
Hostile. Assassinated. Enemy carrier revealed. After them.
Dude, I couldn't see his Spartan or glint through the hollow of the flag. Sucks.
Flag returned. Enemy flag returned.
Oh, nearly a diamond and snipes, nice. Yeah, Instigator's over here, the freaking pro player. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Quantum translocator on the way. In a hail of gunfire.
My sniper's still up?
Plasma
Holy
grenades
crap.
acquired. Translocator.
Yeah, see
on
my
the
Onyx
field.
little emblem here from season 1, back when it was easy. I suck.
Power weapons on the way. They have our flag.
Yeah, I was backing up through our flag in like the glow of the green on the flag. I couldn't even see the enemy. It was crappy.
Enemy carrier has revealed themselves.
Oh, what?
Enemy
You
captured
didn't
your
even know that,
flag.
bro. I'm so not. Oh my god. Damn. That's, yeah, that sucks. That's fun. Yeah, I don't mind it. That was like a once, like, since I've been playing this game, that was the first time that's happened, so it's not really like a big issue or anything. Oh, can't reach him from there. Yeah, I guess I could quit, yeah. Sweet. Loss. Yeah, no, I like that because so many times, man, just being the only person in the lobby because you don't want to risk it or something like that, you know? Yeah, when did they add that instigator? I think it was like last season or, well, this season, but towards the beginning of it. Or,
Slayer.
I'm not sure. Somewhat recently, though.
Become a raging tornado of violence.
Terrible shot. Holy crap. God, he was only out for a second. December, yeah, I figured it was somewhat recently. Can y'all hear the in-game chat? I don't think so because in the past I watched a VOD and it wasn't showing up. Like my teammates talking right now.
Shot called. Double kill.
Here we go.
Active camo here.
Active camo. Inbound.
Taking cover.
Spartan down.
Active camo. Available.
I didn't mean to steal that. Who the Oh, God. Bro, what a waste of a camo. Oh my god, that was terrible.
Enemy there.
Ah. Bro, and then the guy came back and killed me. That is insane. Damn it.
Target spotted.
Oh my god, we're down by 10. Oh no! Let's see that guy covering. Straight out, straight out. There we go.
Shot calling.
Active camo inbound.
Enemy halfway to victory.
Active camo available.
Wow, he still got naded.
Enemy
Grapple
there.
shot acquired.
Damn it, these guys are not good. We can win. What the f is going on, bro? What is going on? Dude, I'm like taking on the whole team by myself. What's going on? Oh, well, literally, that's what I'm doing. I gotta quit 2 games in a row, really?
Plasma
I'm gonna
grenade
just...
acquired.
that's 6 minutes. Oh, that sucks. Can play for like 1 more death, 1 or 2 more. Whatever. Where's my water? That sucks. Yeah, we got 15 minutes until the event, so I'm gonna play 1 more game, guys. And we're gonna watch this news. Dude, yeah, insane. It was bad. I was like, we could like, did you see that play I made after, like right after they quit? I like wiped out like 4 dudes, 4 or 5 in a row. Yeah, I was on a killing spree, I think. It's unfortunate. It's just a mixed bag, like y'all were saying. Like either I'll be terrible, or my teammates will be terrible. Just the life of solo queuing, I guess.
Slayer.
God, I gotta mute you, dude.
Slay them all, Spartan.
Dude, that guy really just beat me with a disruptor? What the
Plasma
one's gotten camo
grenades
yet.
acquired.
Take that back. Oh, get stuck, Invis. Woo. Nice.
Enemy there.
Plasma grenades obtained.
Active camo here.
Gained the lead.
Okay, now this feels too easy, but I don't know. Let's see. Too early to judge.
Active camo inbound.
Lost the lead.
What are these guys?
In my sights.
Active camo available. Cloak engaged. Hostile plundered.
Another one down.
Lead allergy.
Killing spree.
No, I was choked. Okay.
Kill. Triple kill.
Enemy Spartans closing in.
Dang it. Dude, I never can get an overkill. It's ridiculous.
Shock rifle inbound. Shock rifle available.
Dude.
Gained the lead. Double kill.
This is too easy. I should not be getting these many triple kills. 2 back to back pretty much. Oh my god. Why can't I get the over ever, bro? And I had thrust, didn't I? How are we only down, or how are we only up by 3?
In a hail of gunfire.
Dude, I'm dead. I'm not dead. Jump.
Halfway to victory.
Active camo inbound.
Oh my god, I'm dead. Am I back? Am I back? Does it count as 1 stream? Does it count as 2 streams? Dang, man. Sucks. Alright, I'm back. I don't think I have time to play anymore, guys. But no better time than the present to just do a quick little fly through. Yay, you can see me. I know you already saw it from the rewind, but I figure I'll go through really quickly. Just to kill 5 minutes. Dang it, man. I was actually playing good. Like, oh my God. Still won? Dude, I hope. So yeah, Instigator, I think maybe it's been a minute since you've seen the actual map. There's been some progress for sure. It's still got a ways to go, and I'm trying to see if there are any talented level artists that want to hop on the project with me and help me get this thing shipped. Because it's become really it's taken way longer than I've expected, you know? It's unfortunate. I definitely wasn't expecting to leave 2023 without this thing being released, but we're still a ways off. I'm hoping to have it done by the end of the quarter. That's the new goal. But by the end of March, which is doable, especially if I end up finding someone like a level artist who can help me decorate it and stuff. But yeah, we got 4 minutes, so yeah, the power going out is not in my control. Yeah, it sucks. So we still got a ways to go, but what is your map style for it? Basic Halo, or are you going for something else? No, basic Halo. I want it to look and feel like you're, you know, on a Halo ring. And matter of fact, I have a prefab that can kind of, it's like a fake Halo ring, so the aesthetic is gonna be kind of like the Halo Infinite campaign, but a little different. You know, like I'm gonna have biomes, and it's gonna be a lot of these tall vertical cliffs. But a lot of what you're seeing too is like placeholder. Like it's not gonna change a lot, but like also this is like, okay, let me show you an example. This one has like more layer, like it has like a second layer to it to give it a little more realistic look. Whereas a lot of these, I just slapped them on there. I haven't even decorated much. But it's gonna be pretty much like Zeta Halo, but a little different. I'm gonna mix in like a bunch of hex pillars at certain points, so like half of this might, I wouldn't say half of it, but maybe a quarter or 20% of this might actually be hex pillars. But in this corner we've got like a little arena. Yeah, exactly. It's just a rough block out. So this corner is nothing's much has happened here yet, but we've got this little arena. It's going to be like a Forerunner structure in the center of this giant rock. We've got a mountain here. This is going to be a banished outpost. A little section that cuts through right here, and you're going to be able to jump up from the rock right there. It's going to transition to a snow area where we have this beautiful ridge by Z-Swell, aka I think Zaxwell. Little river over here. And the plan, I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm planning to have a waterfall coming down. And then there's going to be like a tiny little cave right here. Little pond, swamp area, which that's going to get changed. I don't like the way that looks. Another banished outpost right here. And then there's like this underground section. Comes out right here. Forerunner beam tower by the great Darth Dreas. So this is a little beam tower here, and then we've got the desert corner right here. All the blue stuff and the orange, and that's all placeholder, and this is just for getting measurements. Then this is pretty underdeveloped right here, but we've got a giant cave. There's gonna be a huge cave, and then the cave is gonna go into little tunnel cave system right here, and then it's gonna spit you out right here. Yeah, come through right here. Another little cave system. This is all going to be changed to match kind of this more cave colors. And then we've got Blood Gulch. Boom. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. All right, time to stream. Starting. Dude, I mean, I feel like they're really gonna go all out with this one. Do they always do this behind the scenes at the beginning of their shows? I'm honestly really stoked. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm planning to, you know, the goal is to have it like that, but like decorated with trees and rocks and stuff, obviously, buildings and structures. I'm excited for it. This is the first. Oh, for the background or for the behind the scenes. Yeah, it looks awesome. This is so cool. Have you seen the much larger canvas that has been floating around? Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen that, and someone actually told me about, mentioned that to me, and I was like, dude, that's insane. But I'm already having a hard enough time as it is on this canvas. So I feel like if I was to go bigger, it would just be impossible for the scope of what I want to do. Plus, I mean, there's only 24 players. So if there was a higher player count, then maybe. But yeah. Really cool to see how far this has come since I last was able to tune into your streams. Yeah, man. Appreciate that. Like I said, I really want to try and get someone else on the project, on the map side. We can get this thing done. I have a few last ideas for some of the mechanics to improve, like the healing and the looting and the equipment. But other than that, I think we're pretty solid. Also, our drop needs further testing. I don't know if you saw it, but or were you in the playtest? I can't remember when we had the drop pods. You know, we need to test that some more. But other than that, the mechanical side of it is pretty solid. Yeah, yeah. Exactly, yeah. No, that would be cool. Because you'd be able to, because it's so much bigger, you'd be able to naturally transition to those biomes. Mine is going to look a little more artificial, and I'm kind of okay with that because I've been floating around the idea of like making it kind of like a simulation, you know, like kind of like they've done in the past with their breakout modes and stuff like that. Or honestly, even with Infinite, technically isn't the entirety of Infinite like training grounds and stuff. Some lore behind it, so. Okay, yeah, you were there, that's right. Yeah, we're testing out something, or we need to test out some more to see if those drops are going to be realistic just because of the lag. And then with the new networking potentially being announced here, hopefully, fingers crossed, you know, that will also shake things up. And we kind of need to know at least like when that's coming, because that could make or break our drop. But yeah, Machine, I was actually at one point considering for the BR map, which I don't think I'm gonna do because it only shows from the outside. But there's like this effect that you can scale up, and it is like, I think it's like a banished digital effect, and it's like a cube. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a cube, and it digitizes, and it's like a bunch of like it's like pixelated. I don't know how else to explain. It's just like a pixelated effect in like this cube, but you can only see it from the outside, not the inside. If it was visible from the inside, then I would literally scale it up across the whole map, and then it would look like you would look around and you'd be like inside of this. Like, yeah, okay, cool. It would be kind of a sick way to like make it like intentionally like a simulated VR experience for training, but it's not really gonna work out. I could probably do one on the edge of each perimeter, have 4 of them and then one on top, but I mean, it's also like 5 times the effects being used, so they're really getting set up here, man. It's been going for 5 minutes. I feel like they have huge announcements to make. Although they're getting ready. Looks like we might start off with Forge Lord in them. Who knows? Yeah, because Unishek is there. I would think if he was if they were doing the roadmap, he'd be sitting next to Tashi up there. Here we go. Y'all can hear it, right? I put the desktop audio on.
Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome to our first community stream of 2024. I'm Sketch, Unishek, how you doing?
Good. I'm excited to be here. First stream of the year, right? Get to talk a little bit about what's next for Infinite. Should be a good time.
Absolutely. I want to wish a belated Happy New Year to everybody out there across the Halo community. We are thrilled to have you here. We are, of course, live coming from our studio here in Redmond, Washington. We got a lot of cool stuff to talk about today. Want to give you a heads up on what is next for Halo Infinite. Before we do that, also want to welcome another one of our favorite friends and guests here. Please welcome Forge Lord Michael Shore. Michael, thanks for joining us.
Hey, glad to be here once again.
Good to have you.
Yeah.
Going to kick off the year in style. So give everybody just a quick update. We are going to run through what you can expect with our next Halo Infinite update, which, by the way, will be dropping on January 30th. So we are right around the corner from our next free update to the game. We are also then going to switch gears and talk to Tashi, and we've got all the juicy details that you're looking forward to on what's next for HCS and what you can expect for year 3 of our Championship Series program. So we'll get to that in just a bit. But guys, before we go any further, I also want to give a quick shout out. If you're on Twitch, we do have drops enabled. Yep. So make sure you are logged in. Hopefully you've already connected your, you know the drill by now, right? So hopefully you've already got that your account's linked up. But I think you just need to watch for half an hour. Hopefully you'll stick with us for the whole show.
Yeah.
But we got drops enabled for
show
for
should
the
be
today.
Interesting enough to keep people around for half an hour.
We can hope. We can only hope. We can only hope, John. Sometimes we do end up going an hour over schedule, so we'll see what happens. But a
huge delay. I think
drinking 4 cans of game fuel on the stream this
time,
time, right?
No,
maybe a little. Maybe a little.
Might not be quite as frenetic as our end of year stream.
It's not coffee?
No, it's not coffee.
All right, so I want to just kick things off by jumping right into what you can expect with Halo Infinite's next update. And let's kick that off by talking about customization. Now, some of you may have already seen some buzz, some speculation. There was a tantalizing thumbnail image that dropped yesterday. It's been fun watching some of the energy and excitement there. Now, without further ado, John, let's just pull back the curtain. We're going to jump right into the build here and just go ahead. There it is.
Let's go. You got the Mark IV core, the fan favorite armor coming from the Halo Wars series. It just looks so good. I'll zoom in a little bit here. We get an even closer look. I decked him out, so it looks kind of like Jerome. You know, you've got that Spartan effect on the shoulder there, kind of mimicking his emblem on the shoulder.
Love it.
As well as the chest piece there. But phenomenal.
It's awesome.
Spartan, the team did great work on making this Mark IV come together, come to life, and just probably be one of our best just base cores in the game, if not the best.
So clean.
I love it so much.
Good. Yeah, and let's, I want to reiterate here, this is a full armor core, as you're seeing here in the armor hall. So also it's free. For folks that maybe haven't played Infinite in quite a while, all the armor cores in the game are available for free. And when you log in on January 30th, after the update goes out, you'll just suddenly have the Mark IV waiting for you in the armor hall. So really excited to get this into everybody's hands. And of course, as we've expanded our customization story over the last 6 to 9 months, there's a lot of cool ways you can adorn your Mark IV to make it your own, right?
Yeah. And but like the Mark IV, you mentioned it's a core, right? That means you can totally customize it, right? We had the kits come out end of last year with the Hero kit, and people were like, can we customize stuff even more? Luckily, the Mark IV is one of those cores that you can do top to bottom. But we do have some cool helmets, right?
Yeah, right. So pretty excited. This will be these we have. Well, let me frame this for a second. As many of you probably know, we're only a few weeks away from the debut of Halo the series on Paramount Plus. Season 2 will kick off, and to help commemorate that and sort of share in the excitement,
I knew the helmet looked familiar. I'm not super familiar with like
that are sort of an homage to 3 of the helmets in the series. And
those
we are
helmets,
excited
but yeah.
that these are going to be offered as free ultimate rewards during the first part, I believe the first couple weeks here after the update comes out. So, John, why don't you let us know what we're looking at here?
Yeah, we've got Kai 125 with her visor right here on top of a Mark 7 core. We've got cross-core helmets now, so you can apply these to any core, but Kai's just looks amazing. And we also have visor colors that correspond to the visors that they're wearing in the show. You've got Riz here, which I thought the red visor kind of matched nicely with a Watchdog Neo coating.
Nice flex on your Watchdog coating.
Yeah, I had to show it off. I put the time and effort in. I get to show it off. But
sure, we'll grant it to ourselves after the show.
But yeah, Riz looks absolutely awesome with that Watchdog Neo, and then you have Vanek coming up here. I put him on a Yoroi, because that EOD kind of just
it looks nice.
Here, kind of.
It looks nice on that core.
If you're trying to dispose of some ordnance.
Yeah, they look fantastic,
really
and these are honestly, I think, probably the coolest ultimate rewards that we've had in the game.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of helmet chatter out there, so I'm just excited. Like, these helmets aren't coming off either, guys. These helmets are staying on. So that part we can rest assured. John, you mentioned cross-core helmets. That was a new addition that I believe that was part of our season 5 update, right? We've been on this sort of journey.
Yeah. Wow. I wasn't even paying attention to that. That's awesome.
More control, and based on player feedback, people just want to be able to mix and match across the different cores, right?
Yeah.
So we started with coatings. We have a ton of coatings in the game. Going forward and retroactively, we started that work with Season 4, continued in Season 5, so now we have a huge variety of coatings that you can apply to any core. Now we have the helmets that you mentioned, but we're not done.
We're not
and
done.
I think I've noticed something here, that some of these models that you set up don't quite look the way that I remember them. So what's next for cross-core, John?
Yep. So any eagle-eyed people have noticed you've got cross-core shoulders coming. The multi-use shoulders right now are loaded up on this Yoroi core. You see the Mark 7 right here. And then you also have a SPI Mirage shoulder on this side. And I've loaded up a bunch of these Spartans. This one had the Rakshasa. I love that elite shoulder kind of on the side there. That comes from Rakshasa.
Well, you were saying earlier too, like you always got to go asymmetrical, right?
And
always got to go.
Always go asym on the shoulders. It's just the
that's how I do it too.
Well, are you more of you're a symmetry guy? You like your shoulders to kind of match?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna explore this.
Okay.
I'm gonna explore
now you can branch out. There's no constraints here.
Once they gave you the option, right, back in Reach, it was just like, I'm doing it, Or Halo 3, sorry. You're just like, I'm mixing, I'm matching, and I'm making it go crazy. So you can see here, we've got the Eagle Strike core. I added a Reach shoulder.
And that is a chunky boy.
I made him big. And then the Dragon here. This one I think is from the Yoroi core.
That's
and
so
we
good.
just were able to apply a bunch of different things across all the Spartans. And it just looks so good. Rakshasa core with a Mark 7 shoulder here and a Mark 5 shoulder there. And we've got a nice little comp here that's got tons of combinations. And you're seeing the same set apply to different cores. And it's really cool that now we've unlocked this ability, right? You mentioned coatings, helmets, we've done visors, we're doing shoulders. We've really just continued to unlock the potential, and I think the customization in Infinite just continues to get better.
Yeah, I want to stress too, again, for maybe players that haven't experienced what we did for the helmets or the coatings. On January 30th, when the update lands, this will just automatically happen. So all the helmets that are already in your inventory will suddenly just have multi-core functionality, and they'll just work, much the way we did for coatings and helmets prior. So Super excited, looking forward to that. I'm pretty sure some folks on the team crunched the numbers, and there's like billions of possible combinations now of how you could really make your Spartan your own. So
I've seen that
That
word
does not-
bandied about. Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
that does not surprise me.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the new levels of creativity that the community brings to bear as they make their Spartans their own. So that's one piece of what's coming January 30th. Super excited. We really appreciate the passion that we've heard. We know we've been on this journey together, hearing your feedback and trying to do a better job of improving that story, customization. And I want to give a shout out to the team because it's been kind of a passion project, labor of love. And I think Shoulders represents really the pinnacle. I mean, I think we checked the most impactful boxes there, and it's exciting to see what you're going to do with that.
Yeah. I can't wait to just sit there once the
you spend
update
like an
drops,
hour.
and I'll just spend
Right?
some serious time in there, and fiddle with the customization.
So another part of our customization story that we want to touch on is basically we'll have ways that you could earn customization items to adorn your Mark IV or other cores if that's your preference. Some folks, if you've been playing Infinite, you're probably familiar. In Season 5, we introduced operations. And I'll give a quick primer here for folks that aren't up to speed. But, you know, operations are the evolution of the events we used to have in Halo Infinite. These are time-based, approximately 4
they
to
make
6 weeks
helmet
long.
attachments cross-core
They
sometime.
include a
Yeah,
20 free tier operations pass
that would be sick.
that you will progress through and will allow you to unlock customization objects, items, coatings, XP boosts, things like that as you play the game. And by the way, not constrained by challenges. It's pretty much play your way, play whatever you want, and it's just an opportunity to earn some cool free stuff that's usually all in a thematic wrapper. So when Season 5 debuted, we did have 2 operations. Currently, Winter Contingency 3 is live in the game right now. Now, one aspect to note about operations is at the end of that defined time period, they will go away. So you basically will have the duration to earn your track, or you do have the option of upgrading to premium, which will essentially get you an additional cosmetic unlock item, but it also now makes that operations pass kind of last forever. It never expires.
Yeah, so it doesn't go away.
It doesn't if you
do
go
the
to premium.
option.
Otherwise, you're still free to unlock everything that you can during the duration of that window. Another cool aspect of operations that's based on player feedback is, you know, with the old event
The
system,
cool hawk, which is the
it was
Mohawk.
cool to be
Oh
able to
yeah,
earn
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
but if you
Season 2,
happen
I
to
remember
be
that
out of
one.
town or away from your Xbox or PC for a period of time, you missed out. So when an operation has concluded,
Yeah,
it will then
I
become
remember getting that
available
one
in
too,
shop
and it was
will just
pretty
be
sick. The
available
blue
as an
Mohawk,
evergreen
right?
purchase, and at any point you want to, you can go in, you can pick up the operation, and use the Battle Pass switcher and go back and progress it at your own leisure. So it's a pretty good system. We're pretty excited to kind of go more forward with that. So as we move forward with this release onwards, operations are really what we're leaning into, and this is the way that we will deliver kind of ongoing every 4 to 6 weeks, 20 tracks of free content that players will be able to progress and earn as you see fit. So our next first operation to kick off 2024 is Spirit of Fire.
Spirit of
some
Fire.
crossover vibes.
Oh,
We got a video here. It's rifling through at speed, but just giving you all a glimpse of just kind of what you can expect. I
The
believe
classic
a lot of the
AR.
cosmetic options in this pass.
Are you? By the way, I'm
operations pass
I'm
are,
curious
kind of
how
geared
far the
towards
delay is. Are you
your
seeing
Mark
the
IV, but,
Spirit of
given that we
Fire
have cross-core
event right
functionality
now?
here across the board, you're not limited to that, right? So what you're seeing here is
Looks so good.
just a quick pan of what's available in the Spirit of Fire Operation Pass when that goes live on January 30th.
Because not many people were
Now,
playing.
this
Oh
release will
wow,
also
that's pretty
include 2
interesting.
more operations passes that will
So
come
it's one of those rare ones.
subsequently. We'll have more details on the dates of those later, but we did want to give you a quick sneak peek at what those entail.
Okay, cool. So it's
the
not
next
that far behind.
operation after Spirit of Fire will be Cyber Showdown 3. So we're bringing back
Cyber Showdown back.
kind of that techie aesthetic that we've seen a few times before.
A slight change on it this time around. We call it like the viral machine kind of aesthetic. Looks really, really cool. You'll see more cables and wires sticking out, and it just looks a little bit more menacing.
This might be my favorite.
I was gonna ask,
of all 3.
Yeah, it feels like it'd be right in your wheelhouse, right? I really like those shoulders we just glossed over too, because they adopt the same texture pattern as the visor. Kind of you can create some cool looks there. And then once we complete Cyber
Not much
Showdown
delay with your
3,
stream,
the
but there
next
is.
operation
My
to come
typing to when
after
you
that
receive it.
is
Okay.
the return of the Yappening. Everyone's favorite
Cool.
kind of grunt
Thank
theme
you. Good to know.
shenanigans. Some pretty fun stuff in here that kind of builds on that theme.
The grunt focus, just having fun with the wild chaos that is grunt you know, themed items and humor along with that, you know, should be good. I love those shoulders that we're about to see. Yeah, the shoulders look great.
They're
The
just showing it
helmet,
all, huh?
almost kind of banished themed.
Yeah, I
you know,
can see the
grunt themed.
inspiration there.
Yeah.
So naturally, as we get closer to release for January 30th, you can see and you'll hear more about the customization coming on Halo Waypoint. And then, of course, we'll have more details to share about Cyber Showdown and the Yappening, you know, in the weeks and months ahead. So, again, operations, big part of Halo Infinite going forward, and players can look forward to a new 20-tier operation pass approximately every 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to change gears out of the customization lane.
The
Let's
Forge.
talk about our new map
Okay.
coming on as part of our January 30th update. We're going to jump into the build here. And Unishek, you are already inside this map, and take it away.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
so
is
the
that one map that
brand new
got
map is called Illusion. It's
leaked.
an arena map, symmetrical, and it's got some cool bits and bobs throughout. Right now, I'm kind of showing I'm in my starting spawn base. You see the sniper.
Ooh, I
perch way
like
up
the layout
there.
of it's a little
You can
different.
look across at their sniper. Really cool center lane combat. But one thing that I love about this map is that you're kind of in this Oni research facility,
Same.
and you've
Same.
got the power-ups.
Wait, that's
kinda
a
being
classic
studied.
OS or
This is
Invis.
the original Halo 1
Oh, I
camouflage
love it.
that you can see on one end, and then we'll get to the other side. It just looks so cool when you kind of look at the storytelling elements of the map.
I'm a big
you know?
fan of those storytelling vignettes and maps, and a big shout out. Honestly, a lot of the forgers in the community have done some great work on
Yes,
that
they
front.
have.
Some very creative execution.
Yeah.
By the way, this is crazy too. Just a clean sight line,
Yep.
base to base right here. Little sniper hallway.
I do like that
warfare.
narrow hallway
Sniper
through the
play on
middle.
This map is really fantastic.
Dude, this feels like an
And you
MLG
see
like
it's
boundary
kinda got
map.
lanes, that
Well,
center
let's see how
lane
big it
and the
is.
side lanes over here.
Yeah, oh my god, this is
Lots
gonna
of
be sick.
verticality, which might remind players of some CE. But a cool thing is, if you're on the left side, you're like, oh, my teammate's getting damaged on the right side.
Yeah, you got a man
You
cannon.
can
That's
jump on
different.
over,
Okay.
catch the cannon, and then you land over here, and you can swap sides. And it's symmetrical, right? So you go both ways on this.
I like it.
This cannon to one side, to the other. And I just love how massive.
Look at his left
everything
shoulder
looks
pad,
in
a
it.
little distracting as it pops into the
Really
screen.
cool.
Oh,
And
one of those big bulky
anyone
ones, yeah.
who is paying attention closely noticed I've got the
Mm-hmm.
CE kind of assault rifle there that I'm running around with. Love this. This is part of the Spirit of Fire operation. If you go with the premium option, you can get this CE assault rifle, and it just looks stellar. But I'm going to run around to this other side here real quick, and then we can take a look at that center hallway, which is my favorite part of the map, and probably everyone's.
It
It's gonna be low
looks
grav, isn't
very
it?
We'll go there in a second.
It looks
Okay,
very
yeah,
enticing.
I knew it was gonna
but
be.
Also, like maybe there's more to
OG
it than
OS.
it appears at first glance.
Yeah.
It's definitely dangerous.
It's gonna be low grav. You can
So
just
we
tell.
saw the overshield spot just back there kind of sparking up and exploding. But the camo side looked pretty normal. You can see active camo emitting, but the overshield's got an error. What's
Wait.
the active camo emitting?
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah. So you go in the center hallway and you're camouflaged. Any combat in here, all the players are camouflaged. If you run around and jump and shoot,
That's
your camo will be
interesting.
revealed, but you can run in here. You can maybe go for a flag run down the center, try and get camoed. But everyone's going to expect that play. So you got to make sure you're doing really smart, calculated plays when you're going through the center here.
Oh, it's a melee camper's paradise.
So does it alternate,
would-
or is it
all these
just
corners are making me
invis?
nervous.
Yeah. And it's got these side little areas which are funnel into the center, which are really cool too.
You know, Shore, I think you were saying the other day, just even from playtesting. I mean, I don't know that we've ever had something like this in a Halo map ever.
For sure in Infinite, I haven't seen any spaces that use game mechanics this way or equipment this way. Yeah, and I was saying, like, I was initially I was dubious of whether or not we were going to be able to pull this off, right? I think it's kind of a big thing to do to let people have camo in a hallway like that, right? But the team just knocked it out of the park. The gameplay on this map is fantastic. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it's fun to go in there and try and get the upper hand on the other team, only to maybe
Interesting.
get meleeed
Yeah.
around the corner from by sketch.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I mean, I'm scared of this hallway, but I also could totally see myself just kind of crouching and chilling and waiting for my moment to strike. But
And And I think in general, like big props to Cliff Schultz. He was the level designer on this one. I really love
course.
the
It looked
movement
like a
in
Cliff
this
Schultz map,
It's
honestly.
it's super fluid. It's
Black
really,
picture.
It's fun for movement. Like you
Forger
saw
in the community.
the kinetic launchers, right?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
it's just fun to be.
I think he
so
recently
fast,
left
always
343.
through the air. A lot of snipes in the air I've seen in playtests.
I've wanted to go through here and hit a snipe on someone
Oh,
as I'm
yeah.
flying through.
It's gonna happen,
one day,
dude. There's
I'll
gonna
go
be
for it.
clips.
Someone will go for it.
Mint
And hit
Blitz
it.
will beat you to it.
Yeah.
Someone will do that. In
That
like
is that
5
that looks
minutes,
like
right?
that shot that moment was made for Mint Blitz. I'm excited. I think we're going to see a really interesting mix of some cool strategies, but also fair amount of just shenanigans because there's an unpredictability aspect that I think we'll see in that hallway. So we'll have more to sort of say and show about this map on Halo Waypoint in the coming, I think, sometime next week. Stay tuned. We'll have a blog on that. So I don't want to go too deep here since we do have more to come on this map, but of course, we have Michael Shore here, the Forge Lord. So, and of course, it would not
Okay,
be
here we
an
go,
Infinite
here we go.
update without some cool Forge
We're gonna talk about Forge
additions, and
Yeah.
of course, we want to talk
Let's
about
get
Forge.
the
I mean,
Forge info
really
out
changed the
there.
game for Infinite when it launched, and then really we took it to the next level with the AI Toolkit. Season 5 was
yeah.
a Forge lovers paradise, and we're all reaping the rewards of that, right? Just
My
continuing
gosh.
to see amazing experiences, amazing creations. So, John and Shore, take it away. Tell us what we can expect for Forge with our January 30th update.
We're getting close.
So yeah,
And they keep saying January 30th update. They're not saying season 6. They're not
so
saying
this
it's.
is a community ask
Very
from,
curious.
from forever for Infinite Forge, and it's the
What is
Covenant
it?
palette.
Oh,
Classic Covenant purple.
oh my
Our
god.
Forge, our team did a just
Do
a
I need to
stellar
add
job
Covenant
with
to
this
the
stuff. There's
BR?
70 plus objects.
Dang.
In
Holy
the
crap, that's
Covenant
awesome.
palette. All these curved surfaces that I know a lot of you forgers have been trying to recreate with our existing objects. Now the objects can do the work for you, right? So structure pieces, accents. There's some VFX in there. And some decals I think I saw too.
I'll fly on through the
Yeah.
incredible
So the
high
Covenant-
charity doors.
Covenant
Right.
Dance Party Zone
Yep.
right here.
I set up a little club in
This is
here.
a VIP room
Yeah.
at HCS.
Yep,
coming
after
soon.
Dark Club. This does look. It just like
That's free, by the way.
we're home. It
This
just
is
feels
epic.
it's so good to be just bathed in purple and all these
Yeah.
smooth surfaces.
Podium. Just like,
Gee,
oh my
what do you
God.
think the first map will be that the Forge community might want to try to make with this new palette, guys?
Maybe midship.
Oh,
you know?
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Definitely
of that,
expect
yeah.
midship will get made, remade. But you mentioned decals, right? We've got a bunch of the Covenant alphabet here.
Midship's already been
Of course,
made,
I tossed in some weapons for decoration.
and
Lots
maybe
of
it can be
cool
updated with some of these
progression,
pieces, but
VFX. This galaxy effect
Unique's midship
is
is
one of my
pretty
favorites.
spot on.
And it's actually giant by default, and I shrunk it all the way down so it could fit in here. This I wanted to add a little bit of a nice little vibe of like a Covenant bridge, you know, on their ship. They always had like these holograms floating around, so figured I could add that in. This one is actually really cool. Some fans might recognize this from a bunch of the Covenant maps, right? You get to add that. I just scaled it up to make it kind of look like a wall, and add it in as I fly through the ground here.
Yeah.
But
and if
yeah.
you don't want it purple, of course you can go in.
Yeah, it's a little bright. It could
if
go.
you want
It could.
maybe
It could
it's
do with
Covenant
slight
orange, I
tweaking.
don't know,
Yeah.
Like we've never seen that, but I bet you we're gonna see it.
yeah, when we were talking about this before, it's like the Covenant have had a bunch of different versions of purple.
Yeah.
Some things have kind of gone red, right? So you can totally customize these, all of these objects, so they fit whatever kind of Covenant era or ship you're going for, and it works out really well.
Dude, the
good.
Forge Art team just crushed
Yeah,
it.
they crushed
This
it.
is absolutely phenomenal.
Let's look at that. We were looking at one of the. There's a very famous Covenant piece that they added that's out in
On the
No,
outside?
John's got,
this.
Okay.
John's got another room.
Yeah,
know
so
which-
I had a
Yeah. Not to
Cortana
jump
set up
ahead.
on the plinth. Yeah, just wanted to make sure she was able to open the door for us. But
You
lots
think
of
you
cool
can turn the
pieces here.
audio up a little?
You can
Yeah.
see them all. Tons of pieces and objects, and they're all customizable, scalable. Right here's the
that good?
galaxy effect in its normal size, so you could scale that up even more if
You
you
put
wanted.
it in the skybox if you wanted,
Yeah.
right?
Some default objects, but of course,
That's what
There
I
it
was
is.
saying.
the
Mm.
legendary Covenant sniper tower,
Dude, I might.
and just build it up,
stuff.
set it up. And I actually
Might
I don't
use
know if I
that.
showed you guys this. I tossed some snipers up here because I wanted to be ready
just
for
for kicks.
This pairs really nicely with the AI toolkit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put
Yeah.
some
Toss
jackal
some
snipers
jackal-
up there
jackal
and
snipers.
get wrecked.
You know, and we're gonna play this more a little bit later in the stream, but I do just want to emphasize, like I'm blown away by this. I also be the first to admit I am not a forger. I just don't really have the skill set, and the things that I've seen the community do is mind blowing. So if you're like me and maybe you're like, I'm not going to build anything with these blocks, that's really not the point. The point is that we're going to benefit from the community that will do amazing things with these, and not only will we all be playing midship, I imagine probably by the end of the weekend after we release this, I'm sure, right? But it's just giving even more tools in the hands of forgers to do even more cool things, and we're going to see going forward this year, bringing more and more of that into matchmaking and helping to get it in front of more players. It's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Super excited about that.
Just love the Covenant pattern
Yeah.
on there.
And speaking of customization, that was a great segue. With this update, we are
Ooh.
now allowing for players to customize
Change the plants,
color and the materials,
the foliage.
on certain biome objects.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
obviously you've changed the color on
Please, the
this,
rocks. Let us do it with the
flowers
rocks.
to red,
Yeah, I've got
or
red,
blue,
purple, blue, a little
much-
purple fern here, pink fern.
Yeah, this is another. The community's been wanting this forever, and we finally made it happen.
Awesome.
And so, like now, if you're making a
Dude, this
snow
is gonna
map,
be
you can
crazy.
have iced over or blue, blue foliage. You can
Trees,
change
okay.
The color of trunks to be whatever you need it to be.
Yeah, I think I made this one yellow.
Nice.
yeah.
I mean, it feels like such a minor thing, but it just offers so much more creativity, like options for
Yeah,
forgers,
it
right?
really
to
does.
really personalize these experiences and maps.
Yeah,
You can even get real crazy.
If,
Oh.
yeah, if you need a UNSC blue metallic dead tree stump, well, there you go.
Oh
We
my
got you
god.
covered.
That's so metal, you know?
Okay, now I am committed to learning how to use Forge. You got me. I've been waiting for that. That looks really interesting.
You know, you could like.
I don't
Husky
think they're
would
showing
have
off the
some
rocks
kind of, like,
though.
really good
Looks like
entry
it's just
point to using Forge. There's
plants
even a
and
template out there where all you would have
trees.
to do is maybe tweak some colors and maybe some geo. So
All right, okay.
I know some people.
All
I'll
right.
hook you up.
I'll accept that challenge. I do love me some Husky Raid.
Yeah.
All right, so we got kind of a color and kind of texture swapping ability, and then what do we got here? Some splatters and splotches.
So similarly, we have a select group of
New
decals
decals.
that you can now edit the materials and colors on. So I've seen forgers use decals in all manner of way, shape, and form, and so this just sort of expands that functionality to let you use these things in much different ways. And Leaks B. Some of you might be familiar with this this object. Here it is in its all its glory. You know, so if you don't want this to look like, you know, grime or, you know, dirt, you can change it. It could look like maybe it's a spilled liquid, right? Or whatnot. There'll be a million uses of all this stuff.
Accidentally made like blood splatter.
There you go.
Yeah, you did,
Like I
John.
wasn't even going for anything. I
You're-
was just
you're-
fiddling with
You're
the
starting to
options.
take the stream into M territory. We need to
Can't do
update our
that.
ESRB
Oh,
logo
God.
at the front.
But
Yeah,
again,
tons of different things.
like the
Don't even make that
customizable,
joke.
Biome stuff, like the decals. Just,
People are gonna
it's
rage
you're just
about the
gonna see
maps that
more
got
like,
banned.
more different. That's a horrible phrase,
Yeah.
but more different experiences just visually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I cannot wait to just continually empower our amazing Forge community to just really push the limits of there is almost no more limit, right? Now, of course, the maps and sort of the geometry aspects of Forge is one part of the
Yeah.
equation. But of course, Forge also allows people to do scripting and create brand new modes that we've seen.
What are they doing with the
some of early
scripting?
favorites I know, like with
Please
Pole Soccer
show
and
me.
things like that, right? So big changes coming on the mode front.
Yes, so huge changes on the mode front. With this new release on January 30th, we are introducing the Forge Mode Creator functionality, which
Mode
basically
creator.
allows you to create mode scripts within a Forge session and save that out as a mode. So that's going to be a boon to just sharing your mode. Previously,
Oh
you had
my
to
god,
embed the
dude,
mode
this is gonna
logic
be
in the
huge.
map, And so if you wanted to play a Repulse Soccer, which is a great example,
Dude,
had to
this
have
is
that
huge.
mode,
This is freaking
embedded,
huge.
that logic embedded
We
in each
finally
mode
are
that you
getting it
create.
so we can export our scripts
Now,
into a
before
mode
we
and it
create
doesn't have to live
you just
on the
have to make
map.
sure that the map speaks to the mode correctly and has the correct objects talking to the mode. But then and then you can
God,
share that mode.
that's gonna
much
free up
like
so
you
much
would share
space.
a mode that you create in custom game mode editor, right? So it uses the same flow that all of our other modes use. So it's a huge improvement. And a bonus is that all that mode logic that was previously taking up your map budget is no longer going to take up that map budget, because now the logic gets saved and then it's in a mode separate from the map. So super excited to share this.
This is
Big shout
what
out
I've
to
been
Skybox
waiting
who
for.
helped us develop this. They did a great job on this. So I'm super excited to see what the players do with this, you know, without sort of the map mode shared budget.
Sure. So they can
right?
increase, if they want to, increase fidelity and just sort of scope of their map, while the modes, meanwhile, become a lot more ubiquitous.
Exactly.
And I think it allows more sort of sharing and collaboration, where a community member can take a mode and now iterate on it, and it can start to snowball and branch off in other modes. And I think as a player, I'm excited to hopefully see all that starts to translate to these modes and experiences then coming back into matchmaking over time. And we all benefit as players.
Yeah, it'll make it much easier for player modes to come into matchmaking and playlists. So that's another side effect that's a huge plus.
So
cool.
More power and easier to share.
Yes.
Awesome.
What's not to like?
I know.
Exactly.
You guys have been cooking. Shout out to the Forge team. We're not going to go on the weeds here today, but just want to acknowledge, too, there's additional quality of life updates, some bug fixing, some AI toolkit improvements. I believe there'll be a deeper dive blog coming out in the sometime
next week.
Yep, on the way to release. So stay tuned if you want to learn more about that. And then, Shore, I think we were hoping that I heard you brought a little tease with us. We want to give folks just a little small glimpse at what else the Forge team has cooking. This is not January 30th. We're looking a little further out here just for a future update. But what did you bring to show us here today?
So we have two screenshots. The first is of a future palette. This is the I guess, I don't think we have a name for it yet. It's the alien object palette. There's alien biome pieces. There's also more structural pieces that are not in this, but you'll learn about that in the future. Super excited about this.
It looks so good.
And how this might tie in also with the biome customization that's coming out soon, right? So lots of ways to make really crazy exotic landscapes, right?
It's
and
gonna be insane.
Also in
dude.
the future, a fan favorite and highly requested is the Flood Forge object palette. And this
oh my god!
Again, I mean, I
so
say this
gross,
every time.
but
Our
so
Forge
good.
our team is fantastic, and they absolutely crushed it. I saw this stuff in development, and it was just, it's gruesome.
It is.
It's hot. It's for people who maybe don't like to look at gruesome things. I was like, ooh, that's.
It's
gross.
just disgustingly
That's
awesome.
really gross.
Everything's glistening. I'm gonna say it, guys. This is a pretty moist palette.
He said that.
You said it.
But yeah, the having flood, like, so you can infect your
I hate
maps.
that word.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I told you I was gonna say it
Yeah.
because
I didn't believe you, but here we are.
Hey, it's just a word.
But
I don't
here
know.
we are.
Anyways, it's gross, but a big shout out to the Forge team. Really good stuff cooking. Again, reminder, those two palettes, we'll have more to share later. Those are just giving you a glimpse of some stuff that's actively cooking for future updates, but everything else prior is coming out on January 30th as part of that free update. Thank you so much, Sor. Before we turn you loose, just give you a chance if you have any kind of parting comments or any sort of final thoughts you'd like to say here in our first stream of the year.
As always, kudos and thanks to everyone who contributes to the community. You know, last year we brought in like 44 maps to Infinite from the community specifically, right? And this year I'm sure we'll eclipse that number. So keep them coming. We're super excited about that stuff.
Yeah, I want to see the. You mean like a new weapon, new vehicles, things like that?
Stuff that's
in the sandbox.
I can't wait. Can't wait to see the results, and I can't wait to play some Midship very soon. You know the mission.
Yeah, get on it.
Next up, earlier in the week, we had a chance to sit down and catch up with the playlist team and hear from Fantasia about what she and the team are cooking up and what we need to think about and know for playlist in sort of the near term. So take a look at that, and then we'll be right back. All right, next up, we are thrilled to welcome first time on the show, Fantasia Gendro. Fantasia,
What's up?
welcome.
Hi.
So, welcome to the show. We're going to talk
Thank
about playlists. Before we do that, though, just give us a sense, like, who are you? What do you do here at 343?
Yes, so I'm Fantasia. I am a playlists lead and insights manager. So I overlook all of our playlists, plan them out. I especially work with community playlists, huge part of what I'm doing right now. And for my insights part of my job, I work with all of our data teams in the studio. And we have so many: safety support, community, and UR. And what we do is I look at the data that we're receiving from all of these sources and make better decisions on the content that we're putting out to make sure that we're always iterating on what the players are asking for. Do we need to adjust this weapon? Does this map need tuning? Things like that.
Oh, sounds like never a dull moment. Safe to say we have no nonstop feedback coming in all the time,
yes.
right?
More feedback, love feedback.
And you have lots of experience doing that even before joining 343,
Yes,
right?
I come from Xbox Research. I was there for about 6.5 years. Loved it very much. Definitely coming from the side of wanting to provide the experiences that us as gamers always have. Create those memories together with your friends, with your family, and being able to be creative and explore worlds. And data actually really allows us to do that so that we can continue to make things that people are wanting or asking for. So it's really nice to have that background and bring it into playlists especially.
For sure. Well, I will just say thank you, and let's just
Seems legit.
we'll
Seems
assume
legit.
all the great stuff that's happened in the game over the last 6 to 9 months. Well, thank you for that as being a tip of the spear there. So we definitely want to talk playlists because it's impossible to think about what's next for Infinite and what we can look forward to. Playlists are such a key part of that player experience. We've seen a lot of great stuff already starting to happen since the advent of Forge, game changer. But maybe to kick things off, just at a high level, as we look ahead to 2024, what are your priorities? Like, what are you and the team focusing on? Kind of just give us a sense of kind of where you're going and how you're thinking about playlists for Infinite.
Yeah, of course. There's some areas that we would like to bring more content into. So we are going to be doing a BTB refresh, of course. We've got a minimum of 3 maps planned for that. But we're also looking at refreshing the other playlists that we had. So Husky Raid, Squad Battle. But we're also planning content that we haven't published before. And that is something that I know our fans have been asking for. We're definitely looking for original creations.
So like brand new playlists.
Brand new playlists.
Nice.
We are always keeping an eye on custom
Looking
game
for original
browsers,
creations. It
see what
almost sounds like
everybody
she's
has
talking
created.
about Forge maps there.
Definitely use tags that we
Unless-
already put
oh,
out
well, yeah,
to
okay.
better sort through content depending on what we're looking for. But I mean, as time is going on and as like the year goes by, we're planning out content ahead of time to make sure that we're hitting those beats for like, the season's coming around. We want to have a map that's just like, wintry or something. And we'll use those tags within Custom Games Browser and Forge to help us better identify that content. But we also, again, use those data teams that we have, especially community, and we look at our Forge communities that are out there and we use them to also identify content that's being created. And it's amazing. There's so much out there. We definitely have our eyes on it. There's only so much that we could bring in at so quickly. So, but it's all coming.
I'm not sure everybody really realizes how much it takes and what goes into getting a map from the community into matchmaking. Is there a TLDR version? You could just help us kind of break that down for us. Like, what does that process entail?
Yeah, for sure. So
They're totally doing this because
how we like to go
other people
about
that were
it
complaining
is,
about how long
so
it takes.
Say we have a playlist that we want to go after. And we will look into the customs game browser or, what we've seen before, and we'll start to look at the maps that are actually out there. And we will vet them ourselves by play testing them, seeing what is the level or the bar that the map is already at for a good quality experience. Will our players have fun? Will they enjoy it? And once we have assessed that map and decided that it's at pretty good quality already, we will then reach out to that forger, ask them if they're interested in working with us to get that map to an even higher bar so that we can put it out into a playlist and have our players enjoy them. And if that forger is wanting to work with us and do that, we will bring that map in and we'll have it go through test passes, QA. QA will you know, depending on where the map's at, sometimes there'll only be a few bugs, sometimes there'll literally be hundreds of bugs, and we triage those bugs together, bring them back to the forger. Forger works on that, and we do this back and forth for quite a while until the map is at a very solid state where we know when we publish it live, players will be able to enjoy it without worrying about any hitching, Z fighting, like all of that. It takes quite a long time to get them from where they were in Customs Game Browser when we first saw it out to the public.
And
Yeah.
that's in addition to the forgers having their own lives while they're trying to work on their own forge creations.
Yes, and that is another reason why we've tried to bake in even more time. Like, so when we plan a playlist in advance, we want forgers to be able to have the time to work on their map. That also allows them to live their lives, because we understand that forge creations are out of passion. Community made content is always going to be, you know, up to the forger in the end.
Yeah.
Sure. I have a question maybe for both of you, because John, I remember you did a lot of similar types of work during the Halo 5 era, helping to sort of curate, partner with the community to bring forged content to matchmaking. But do you have some high level, like what kind of bugs or maybe what kind of tips would you offer to forgers who would someday like to have their content in matchmaking? What are some of the main sort of blockers or gaps that maybe you experience when you're reviewing this content that maybe a forger wouldn't think about initially?
I'm smiling because you said blockers or gaps, and two of those are things
are
on
things.
maps that could be a problem. Gaps, if you've got a death pit on your map, for example, you want to make sure it's very clearly communicated as, if you go down there, you will die, right? It is a acid pool, it's flames, it's something. If you have it just kind of look a little bit lower than the rest of your map, and then you die, a player goes in there and dies, they're going to be like, what the heck, I was expecting that I could traverse there. So you want to make sure things are clearly communicated on the actual golden flow of the map. And then blockers, you want to make sure people can't get outside of the map.
Yes, yeah. The majority of the bugs that we actually find, and so far that we've been finding in the maps that we've been putting out, is the out of environment bugs. So many of them. So many of them.
You can always get out of a map that
I mean, we
people have
find, I
forged.
think that's the difference between, like, as a forger, me and my buddies are just kind of tinkering and playing on my map versus now exposing it to the masses, and it's just getting hammered by exponentially more people that maybe have nefarious intent, so to speak, and they could just grief the whole game, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that's part of why that bar has to be so much higher, and
Yes.
thus the testing has to go through more scrutiny. We have to go back to the forgers and sort of continually have that iteration loop.
There's just
sure.
really good jumpers out there, you know,
Sure.
that
Yes.
want to get up there and see if they can break
Hey, I
the
mean,
map,
let's
you know?
also, like, let's call a spade a spade. We have dev maps that we've also found the same, despite
People
rigorous
find
playtesting
spots
and
all the
QA.
time.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it still happens, and it's a little harder for us to make those updates than it is via Forge content, I assume. Now, I'd like to dig in a little bit more. You mentioned a couple playlists that the team's kind of actively cooking. First of which you mentioned BTB Refresh. I think people will be very excited to hear about that. BTB, we can agree, it needs a little love, right?
Absolutely.
It's time. So what can we expect with this initial refresh?
So we have 3 maps that are going in. First one would be Thunderhead by Dark Maiming.
Hey.
Second is Insolence by XDTX Chaos and Wolfrain. And then also by Chaos, we have Obituary. We've been working on those for quite a while, and they are going through their final iterations right now. Because BTB maps are so huge, they do take a lot longer to iterate on, to make sure that everything is functioning correctly and to make sure every nook and cranny, which is looked at by our crazy QA team, is actually, you know, addressed so that we're not breaking anything.
Another area that I know you've mentioned to me earlier is the team's looking at updating the playlists for Firefight King of the Hill.
Yep.
And adding some additional maps into that as well.
Yes, we are. We're adding maps to that, and I would also love to see more Forge maps made by people that could support that mode, because we really want to add a lot of community maps to that playlist as well.
Yeah, we launched with a couple, but having
did.
some extras
Yes.
wouldn't hurt. Yeah.
And we're also still targeting the Firefight King of the Hill refresh also for next month as well.
Yes,
currently,
we
right?
are.
And I think the last near-term one that's kind of actively cooking right now is some updates to Husky Raid. Is that correct?
Husky Raid and Squad Battle.
Oh, and Squad
Yes.
Battle. All
Battle.
right.
Yes.
Now you're speaking our language.
Yeah, so when community playlists first started coming out, we really came out with those modes initially, and they've been around for a while. So we just want to build on those, but we're also, you know, I'm not going to name them now, but down down the road, we are definitely looking at original maps in brand new playlists as well, but we do want to, you know, continue to add more content to playlists that came around. We weren't sure, you know, how everybody would like them, and they were so beloved that they've become staples, which is why they're still in rotation. So we want to continue to add to those.
Cool. Well, I think last thing I was hoping to chat with you about, if we wanted to look a little further ahead as we think about playlists, obviously we sort of have the playlists as they exist today, right? It's a specific type of experience. You'll choose it and you'll just go find people to play with. But I've kind of already teased this a little bit publicly that we're also cooking up what I will just call sort of a match composer-esque functionality that should be coming infinite a little bit later this year. How are you and the team thinking about that? Like, I assume that's very exciting for you all.
Yes, we're super excited because, you know, we don't necessarily want our players to have to scroll so far down to find all the content. There's so much amazing content there, but there is the ability for content to be either forgotten or you know, it's not at the top of the list, or we want to come out with more playlists, but that list is just going to get so long that this new capability would allow players to search more directly for what is the size of, you know, the team you want to be on and what's the experience that you want to play on, and that will allow us to add so much more content without worrying about it being hidden or without you having to scroll long for that.
Yeah, or I mean, honestly, I think a lot of fans will probably be excited to know that a lot of the things that today are rotational in nature, because maybe they're a little bit niche and they don't justify a full-time spot. In theory, I could search snipers anytime I want to once this update finally comes out a little bit later, right?
Exactly.
So all those rotationals kind of become evergreen at this point.
Yeah.
And obviously, I would still be, may have to wait a little bit longer, like the more granular I want to do my search, right? But we're just giving people a lot more flexibility to really, I just only want to play these experiences.
Exactly.
Again, a little bit similar to what MCC did, but a little bit of a different twist for Infinite. I'm super excited. I cannot wait until we bring that out.
It's gonna be a cool feature.
Honestly,
But I wonder how it's going to work with
all the content we already have today, and by the time this
splitting the
releases, every
population.
week we have more and more fortune. It's just gonna go really nice. I think it's the chocolate and peanut butter solution that we need to sort of making this content a lot more ubiquitous and accessible for players.
Yes, it's just going to be more and more and more, and I'm very excited for it.
Well, I guess any final parting thoughts or comments before we let you go?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much to our forgers and our community. You guys are amazing. You're so creative, and I just hope to continue to bring more, you know, content from you guys, remakes, originals, anything you guys come up with. We want to look at it, we want to play it, and we want to celebrate that. So thank you so much for doing that, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, thank you. And you can look forward to the BTB refresh, the Firefight refresh, targeted for next month, and then even more goodness still to come. So, Fantasia, I'm sure we'll see and hear more from you as we get closer to future updates.
Yes.
But thank you very much, and we'll get back to our main show here. Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sketch. Appreciate that. That was a weird cut, by the way, going in. Just seeing you sort of changed clothes instantly and shifted my seat. But a big thank you to Fantasia, and also pretty exciting news there about the Match Composer-esque functionality that's coming to Halo Infinite a little bit later in a future update. We want to talk about a few more of those, but before we do, we have a new guest on the set, so please welcome Mr. Tashi.
Hello.
Tashi, good to have you
hear
here.
about some HCS.
We're going to talk about HCS. We're eager to, but before we do that, I just want to take a moment and kind of build on what Fantasia was sharing about that Match Composer, and we want to share updates on a couple other a little longer lead key features that are highly requested by players. The team's been actively cooking on, and we just want to give you a status update on that. So, John, I'll throw it over to you. Let's kick it off. Talk about networking, something we've been hearing about for quite a long time.
Please,
Since launch,
networking.
we've had pretty clear feedback that players wanted to see improvements to our networking model, right? Complaints about desync and stuff like that. And we wanted to make sure we addressed that. So you saw at the end of the year, last year, we rolled out a test with this a new updated networking model in Firefight King of the Hill, as well as a experimental playlist called the Combat Workshop, which took over Squad Battle for a little bit, and we got some great feedback from our players there. We addressed a lot of the issues, I'd say, with the previous networking model, but we've also, as part of that test, uncovered a few new bugs that we wanted to go after. But overall, we got a great reaction. Players were saying, this feels better, but please fix up a little bit here and there before you do a broader rollout. So that's what we're doing. We're taking the time, going to make those fixes. Some of the fixes are already done. I want to give a shout out to like Fusion Coil catching, the Banshee bomb, right? As you're firing the turret, you swap over to the Banshee bomb. That'll come out immediately. We've got some shot registration improvements, ping, the marking, making sure that's always consistently firing right where you're pinging. We've got those already fixed and even more on the way. So that'll happen. And then once we get it to a really, really good place, we'll do that broader rollout.
Awesome. And I always want to give a big shout out to everybody that took the time to not only kick the tires and play it, but also take the time to fill out the survey and share that feedback. Super important to us. You know, your feedback along with the data that the team's gathering is really helps us inform, are we on the right track?
Speaking of feedback,
much like that cross-court journey that we referenced earlier, this has also been a passion project. So I want to give a big shout out to you and the team that's been really working away at this. I know, and patience on behalf of our player base, thank you. You know, we talked about this before, but we made the decision to sort of stop trying to play whack-a-mole and go after a little bug here, a little bug here, and actually sort of take a bigger step back. And I think the result is going to be hopefully very positive. So far, every indication is that it is going to be, and it's going to be a more significant change when it's ready. So that's cooking. That's coming in a future update.
Okay. Yeah, man. I appreciate you for sticking it out for this long, man.
Feature that's been in active development for
and I'll catch you next time.
And I'll just say another area of feedback we've heard from players since launch is kind of twofold. Players are interested in more ways to earn content in the game, but also they're interested in opportunities to earn content that they may have missed that would have come out before. So it could be anything from early operations events from the original days, and those things came and went. Could even be things like content that we just haven't even released yet.
Old weekly ultimate rewards.
Old rewards. Yeah. We've had partnerships that sometimes have been bound by specific regions. So suffice it to say, there's a lot of content there, and the team is working on a way to help make sure that we can resurface that and give people the opportunity via an earnable vector. So I'll just kind of say MCC players might be familiar with something like Spartan Points and some of the work the MCC team did to try to also address earnable content, and that is the direction that the Infinite team is currently also exploring. So we will have more to share on that, but that is something that the team's heard and is actively working on, and we'll have coming in a future update.
Yeah, and then to help out, we also had one more cool piece of feedback that we've been getting around cheating and making sure we can address any cheaters and go after an improved like anti-cheat system. So we are going to be leveraging easy anti-cheat at some point this year. Going to be putting that in to increase security in the game.
Yeah, that's, I think, very welcomed. It's obviously there's been quite a bit of feedback there, and it should at least help give us a leg up in the never-ending arms race of cheaters.
Yeah. So exciting stuff for 2024, but we also have HCS stuff for 2024.
Speaking of exciting stuff, this is your turn, buddy.
All right. Yeah, thanks for having me. Shall we talk about ranked first?
Ooh, would love to. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, we have some exciting rank news to share today. So when Match Composer releases later this year, we're going to be adding Ranked Slayer and Ranked Doubles as permanent playlists to the matchmaking rotation.
Very nice.
So this has been very highly requested, really since launch. These are kind of tried and true ranked playlists, and when we brought them in as rotationals, they perform really well. We see in the data a lot of playtime, so we're going to bring them in as permanent playlists, so they won't be going away. They'll be sticking there, and they'll be alongside Ranked Arena. So those will be the 3 ranked permanent playlists, and then we're still going to be rotating.
This is good. This is good.
You're going to have 4 total ranked playlists. Ranked Tactical and Ranked Snipers will continue to be in the rotation.
Nice.
But we had 4 total, 2 are becoming permanent, so now we're creating 2 all-new experiences and playlists to go into ranked rotational. So lots of good ranked stuff coming this year, and excited to just chip away at some really heavy-hitting feedback that players are giving us.
For sure, and not to keep hammering on this, but maybe we'll even see an awesome midship map emerge that we could convince you to put in raid. So
midship's my favorite map ever.
I just can't get it off my brain. I'm still just obsessing
the
over.
Covenant palette's so good.
I kind of want to see it though in like the Flood palette. Like, what would that look like?
Flood midship?
Ship?
Yeah, Flood ship.
All right.
Oh yeah, and the more kids can go nuts and like, oh, the Flood took over midship. That would be awesome.
Right to fin?
Porous Inquisitor.
Oh, dude, that is actually. I hate you for coming up with that. That was so good.
Moist ship.
No.
Anyways,
Moist.
All right.
community can vote. Maybe
So-
we'll do a Twitch poll.
Tashi, we opened the show talking about some of the new customization and the Mark IV and what
Yeah.
players can look for on January 30th. But of course, a new season of HCS means also a new season of some badass HCS customization options.
Yes.
So talk to us about what you're cooking.
Indeed, yeah. We actually want to start with a throwback, though. So at the end of 2021, obviously we released Halo Infinite, and with it was the HCS shop and all of those amazing launch bundles that were released with our partner teams. Well, we're going to be unvaulting those for the first time, but there's some cool new upgrades. So how about we just check out the trailer and see what's new?
Ooh, okay. It's gonna be like it's gonna be unlocked the same way that the most recent ones are. Yeah. There we go. Pretty sick. Pretty sick.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
This is a big one. Yeah, it's been obviously highly requested since those came out.
Yep.
You know, how can I customize my Spartan more? I mean, that's just been consistent feedback. And so shout out to the customization team. Have absolutely done an amazing job. So just to kind of break down what you saw. So we're bringing back the original team bundles from launch for the teams that are still remaining in HCS. And those will be available for sale and unvaulted in the HCS shop. And those will stay live from January 30th for the rest of the season. And if you've already purchased these bundles, you will get the retroactively applied the content for all of the other armor cores. So it originally came from Mark 7.
Yeah.
Now you can apply that coding to all of the cores, as well as the different weapons that are available for coatings in the UNSC. So
It used to previously just be battle rifle, right?
That's right.
And now it's all the weapons as well.
that's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they're all customizable too. So if you remember from launch, they're all kits. They're
Yeah.
locked completely. You can't even change the emblem or anything.
Mhm.
Now they're unlocked. So you can customize them however you want. You want to change the do you want to put a charm on it even,
Yeah.
or change the emblem, whatever it might be, just like with the other content that's in the game now, these are kind of, you know, brought up to what we have. So if you've already purchased them, you know, this will be retroactively applied. And if you haven't purchased them, now you get a second chance essentially at getting them, which is really exciting.
Nice. And even some of the other ones that won't appear back in the shop are
That's
also
right.
getting that upgrade.
Yeah, so some of the teams that are either no longer in esports or in HCS, those won't be available for purchase, but if you've already purchased them, again, all of that content is kind of retroactively applied. So you can
Nice.
customize your old, let's call it E-United things if you want.
Those are very exclusive now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan would be pretty happy. He still wears his E-United battle rifle, I think.
I was
so.
going to say, like, the Envious, right? With the Optic Envy
It's
merger,
true.
the Envious one. Getting that upgrade, it'll
Yeah.
be real nice.
Glad I got
Yeah.
that early.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is obviously, like you said, something I know we've heard feedback on for a long time. So really cool you guys are going back and doing some retroactive updates. But, of course, we're also excited about the brand new stuff for Season 3. What can you tell us about that?
Absolutely, yeah. So year 3 of HCS is just around the corner. And of course, again, January 30th, we'll have a new bundle, all new designs from each of our partner teams. And you know what, rather than me talking, let's just roll the video and we can see them.
Yeah, let's look at these new bundles. Okay, that's pretty freaking sick. Complexity is sick. Wow, they're all... Oh my... Dude. Oh my god, I gotta get that. Holy crap. Dude, these are some of the best skins ever. Optic one is interesting. It's more yellowish. That eye, though. That looked like Lord of the Rings. Thorin, right? Dude, these are sick. That is the most dope freaking what is it? Not skin, but Well, basically a skin.
There you have it.
Amazing.
Dude. All right, you got to break
Yeah.
that down for us.
Yeah, pretty amazing stuff. So shout out to all of the teams. These are their original designs, original creations. We just give them the templates and they go nuts. And again, shout out to the customization team because the teams have more tech now. So you'll see like the actual patterns. You can see Cloud9 C9 it says in the visor, and you'll see a lot of the actual branding that the teams use in their social, their graphics, their jerseys, come to life now in the game. So pretty awesome. You get an armor coating. Again, it's cross-core, so it works across all of them. And you'll get the visor too. Actually, you see the star in the visor.
star
Very
is
reflective. It's
real
really,
nice.
really cool. So that comes with it. However, there's also a really special new item, which is the Dracon Bandit. So it is a
That
new
bandit
weapon
is
model.
insane.
And it
Weapon
is
model.
one of
That's what I was
3
looking
in
for.
a metals collection. So you can see there it actually has the demon metal there.
Oh yeah.
On the bottom right, and that is fully customizable. You can apply any coating to that, and the only way to get it is to purchase one of these.
I'm getting it.
bundles
Like
and
there's
support
that's
whichever team is your favorite.
sold me, dude.
And there are 3. So we're not going to show the other 2, but it's for the Grim Reaper medal as well as the Extermination medal.
Ooh.
So really excited to share those when they're released.
Those are coming a little bit later. Those
That's
other
right.
2. Okay.
Yeah, those will be later in the season. And yeah, those will all be releasing on January 30th. And again, majority of the profits go to the teams. So all of your purchases help the teams fund their involvement in the Halo ecosystem, helps with player salaries and things like that, and just helps this HCS ecosystem go. So thank you everybody who's been supporting the teams thus far. And hopefully fans are really excited, for all the stuff that we're bringing that's new, and also all of the stuff that's unvaulted and updated.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Count me in. But of course, the customization is only part of the story. We
more?
can't
Yeah,
have
let's
an
get the
HCS
roadmap.
program
But
without
wait,
some
get the
events,
roadmap.
right?
Yeah.
We
Events.
actually need to have some competitive events that I assume are at the core of what you actually do for a living. So, Tashi, without further ado, we are very excited to hear what's in store for the roadmap and what are we doing this year.
Yeah, so HCS Year 3 is just a couple months away from its first kickoff event.
Oof.
And let's go ahead and reveal where this kickoff event is going to be.
Oh. Oh. Back at Arlington? Oh, I'm going. Back at Arlington, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah.
Tickets on sale now.
Tickets on sale now.
Give me my
Like,
tickets.
really right now.
Really right now,
All
yeah.
right.
Halo.gg/Optic 2024. Yeah, we're partnering again with Optic. They ran an amazing major last year, and so we decided to kick things off with them, bring it back to Arlington, Texas. And that will be the first event. It's in 2 months. And yeah, how about we just jump into the rest of the roadmap as well? There's a lot more to share. So
What's after that? Yeah.
So actually, to start, we've got online qualifiers in early February, and those all feed up into the Optic
London.
major.
Oh.
And then next one, really excited to share, we're going back to Europe. So we're partnering with
That's
Quadrant
awesome.
for the Quadrant major in London.
Nice.
We're finalizing all of the details. This will be in May, and we've got qualifiers leading up to that. It's actually the first major outside of the United States for Halo Infinite. So this is a really big deal. Fans have been going crazy asking for them. So we're going to London, and shout out to Quadrant, who've been amazing.
So they're all
so
majors.
far. And then fans are always asking for East Coast. Well, we're going to Atlanta with the FaZe major. This will be in July. And again, qualifiers leading up to that. And then we're bringing things to Salt Lake City once again with the Space Station major. And, they're going to go nuts. That's September 6th to 8th. And then we're bringing it all back home to Seattle, October 4th to 6th for the Halo World Championship 2024. So lots of exciting stuff in the roadmap. And we've got the blog out now, halo.gg/2024
2 months away.
roadmap. It has a ton more info as well. It's got all of the online dates. It's got the map rotation. It's got a recap on the skins and bundles and whatnot and the full roadmap. So definitely check out the blog for all the other information.
Wow.
Dude, it's good stuff.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
You
There
guys
it
been
is.
cooking.
Traveling. We're
Let
on
him
the road.
cook. You
Well,
know.
and those
Yeah.
online qualifiers are literally just a few weeks away.
Yeah.
Things really start kicking off, right? So
Absolutely, yeah. We did the kind of big map refresh on January 9th, and we've gotten a lot of great feedback on that, and able to see more players jumping into the ranked arena playlist and playing too. So, we've got the Bandit Evo now as the new starting gun. It came out with Season 5, but this will be the first official HCS competition and events with the gun. So
Oh yeah.
lots of changes. What I'm excited about is you have all new rosters, a new gameplay twist, and now we're going to see again, like, who's the best team out there. FaZe took it last year, but there's a lot of new and interesting rosters, and so, yeah, we're really pumped.
It's gonna be a good year.
awesome. Well, shout out. I know it's been a lot of work from a lot of folks. So I want to give a big shout out to everybody across the HCS team, and like you said, too, customization team as well. All the content coming into the game looks fantastic. And like Tashi said, head over to Halo Waypoint. We have a lot more information. And if you're not already, make sure you're following at HCS on socials just to stay up to date on the latest and greatest for the Halo Championship Series.
Yes, indeed.
Cool. Well, guys, we're about ready to wrap things up here. I do want to talk really quickly. I've seen some questions in chat, and I just want to clarify. As we approach our January 30th release, basically, people are like, well, what about Season 6? Or
Yeah,
why
like,
are we
what's
calling this
going on?
Season 6? We're making a shift in how we're approaching Infinite going forward. And for MCC
Okay.
players, it's probably going to sound very familiar too. The gist of it is that we're kind of no longer referring to seasons. We're shifting away from seasons. So semantically, for what it's worth, our January 30th update will henceforth be known as CU29. It just kind of rolls right off the tongue, right? It has a lot more marketing weight to it. But no, in all seriousness, it is kind of the precedent we've established with MCC.
Yeah.
And it's
He looks
just,
nervous
it's a
talking
different
about
shift in
this.
approach here. As we mentioned at the top of the show, this future updates are going to be punctuated by an ongoing
Sketch, what's
operations
up?
model that will continue to offer 20 tiers of unlockable rewards for free on approximately a 4 to 6 weeks cadence. That'll kick off with Spirit of Fire when that goes live on January 30th. Also, just to make sure there's no confusion, everything else we showed today, most of the things we showed. So the Mark IV, I want to clarify if you're joining us late, brand new armor core, totally free in the
Completely
game.
free.
Just log in, it'll show up in the armor hall. It's yours to keep and adorn however you'd like to. You can now do that more and better than ever before, especially with the addition of cross-core shoulders now. So shoulders, helmets, coatings work across every core in the game. So that'll all be part of January 30th update, along with the new map Illusion that John walked us through a little bit earlier today. The Forge stuff that we saw from Michael Shore, the Covenant palette, the mode creators. You can change the colors of trees and leaves and things that mean a lot to forgers. But all that is also part of the January 30th update, as well as Tashi's information he shared. HCS shop goes live with the year 1 throwback content, as well as the brand new year 3 content we just saw. So that's all part of the free update that'll be landing on January 30th. And I'll just say from us here at the studio, it's going to be a very exciting year for Halo. We are off to an exciting start. We have a dedicated team working on supporting Halo Infinite and continuing to deliver going forward. But also, yes, we have additional teams now that are accelerating towards the future, working on brand new projects. So I just want to tantalize you with that. So there are a lot of things cooking here. We could not be more excited. As part of that, I also want to give a shout out. We're actually growing the team right now. So if you're passionate about Halo, if you've got skills and you're interested, please keep an eye on the Microsoft careers site because we are growing and we've got a lot of exciting things in the works for the future. So I think that more or less wraps us up. I do want to shout out, like I mentioned earlier, in the next week or so leading up to January 30th, please stay tuned to HaloWaypoint.com. We'll take a deeper dive on the new map Illusion. We'll take a little bit deeper dive into Forge. I think we'll have another closer look at some of the other customization content coming. So expect to see and hear a bit more on the way to January 30th. Also, I want to recap what myself said to Fantasia earlier, right? At least 2 committed playlist updates that we're targeting for next month as well, which would be the first time we're putting some Forge maps into BTB, which is going to be awesome, as well as expanding on the Firefight King of the Hill playlist with some additional maps. And I believe Fantasia also mentioned they're going after Husky Raid and Squad Battle as well. And of course, as the Forge community keeps cranking out amazing things, you can expect to see more and more of that start to come into the game in a meaningful way.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. It's been an exciting, we're back. It's good to be back after the break. I'm very excited for what's to come and what's ahead. I guess I'll just kind of open the floor, guys. I don't want to take all the air of the room. Any final parting thoughts or comments you'd like to share? now's your chance.
No, I think for me, you know, I've been at the studio coming up on 10 years now. I feel like this is probably the most exciting time for me that I've been at the studio. We have Halo Infinite rocking and rolling, lots of awesome stuff. HCS Year 3, which fans are really excited about and we're thankful for. And then you mentioned new projects. Like, yeah, it just feels good to be around here. So thanks, everybody, for all the support.
I would just echo, thank you for the support, right? Infinite has been a wild ride, I would say.
Sure has.
And it's been exciting to see it grow over the past 2 years and continue that growth throughout this year. It's going to be exciting, like networking. We mentioned EAC.
Yep. Big
Match
ticket
Composer
items.
functionality, right? All these things. We've already done so much, and there's still so much more to do. It's going to be good.
Yep, and I'll just echo one more time as well. It's been none of this would be possible without the community and without your support, even through thick and thin. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for the nonstop feedback. A lot of the improvements and just the trajectory we're on is really in large part due to you all. So thank you so much. And I have to also just give a shout out to the 343 Industries team here. Just sticking with it, grinding, keeping their heads down and just really working away. I know some of these things have really been labors of love. And it's just very exciting to see it all start to come together now, from Firefight to AI Toolkit to cross-course story. And now as we look further ahead and think about major networking overhauls, it's all coming together, and it's all possible thanks to a lot of people in this building and partners scattered around that are just super passionate about Halo and want to do right by our players and want to make the best game we can. So thank you to everybody. And with that, we will be talking to you more next week. Stay tuned to HaloWaypoint.com and socials. January 30th, CU29 arrives for free in Halo Infinite, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Ready. Lots of good info, especially the Forge stuff, and then the HCS kickoff being in Arlington. Oh my God. Perfect. For me, at least. Alrighty, that's going to do it for me. So appreciate those who stopped by, and catch you in the next one.